Have you ever noticed that sometimes your cat seems to be telling you something, but in such a discreet way that it goes completely unnoticed? Cats are masters at hiding signs, even when they need help. Unlike dogs, who vocalize, cry, and make sure you notice them, cats prefer subtlety. They speak with their body, they speak with their eyes, they even speak with silence. And once you learn this language, everything changes. You start seeing cries for help that were right in front of you, yet completely invisible. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Here you'll understand the felining world in a simple, fun way every single day. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. 7 signs your cat uses to ask for help, but almost no one notices. These aren't obvious signs. It's not he's meowing a lot. It's not he's limping. They're small signals, but they say a lot. And when you learn to spot them, you can literally prevent suffering, pain, and even serious illnesses. So stay with me until the end because your cat might have been trying to talk to you for quite a while, and today you'll finally understand what he's been saying. The first sign is one of the most ignored, a change in the way your cat sleeps. Cats sleep up to 16 hours a day, but the way they sleep is a perfect emotional thermometer. If your cat has always slept, stretched out, relaxed, belly partially exposed, and suddenly starts sleeping curled up, tense, with their paws tucked in and their head lowered, this may be a silent request for help. When they sleep too curled up, it's as if they're trying to protect themselves. It can be abdominal pain, muscle pain, stress, cold, or even anxiety. The problem is that many people see it and think, "Aw, how cute." And yes, it is cute, but sometimes it's also a warning. The second sign is even more subtle, changes in grooming habits. Cats groom for hygiene, of course, but also for emotional reasons. When something is wrong, a cat will groom too much or not enough. Excessive grooming works like a form of self-soothing. It's the feline equivalent of biting your nails. Lack of grooming is even more concerning. It means your cat may not have the energy to clean themselves. A cat that isn't taking care of themselves is silently asking for help. They're telling you, "I'm not well enough to look after myself." The third sign is one people rarely associate with a problem: stopping the use of the scratching post. It seems simple, but it's actually deep. Cats scratch not only to sharpen their claws, but to release tension, mark territory, and unload energy. When they stop, it could be joint pain, sadness, feline depression, or even insecurity caused by the environment. Many people assume the cat is bored of the scratching post, but there's almost always an emotional or physical reason behind it. The fourth sign is one almost every owner sees, but doesn't understand: changes in the eyes. Cats speak through their eyes. A healthy cat switches between wider and narrower pupils depending on light and mood, but if your cat's pupils stay too dilated all the time, even in bright environments, this indicates fear, pain, or discomfort. A cat's pupil works like an instant emotional reflex, and when it stays large, it's as if they're saying, "Something is putting me on alert." The fifth sign is a classic silent cry for help, a cat that hides more than usual. Every cat enjoys a hiding spot, but there's a big difference between liking a cozy place and disappearing from the house. When a cat is experiencing pain, fever, anxiety, or even deep sadness, they withdraw, they isolate. They try to stay quiet so they don't show weakness, a natural instinct inherited from their wild ancestors. That's why so many owners notice illnesses too late. Cats don't make a scene, they hide.
The sixth sign is something many owners misinterpret: a change in how your cat asks for affection. If your cat has always been affectionate but suddenly avoids touch, flinches when you pet them, or pulls away quicker than usual, this may be a silent scream of physical pain. On the other hand, if they start asking for more affection than normal, following you around the house or always lying on top of you, it might be anxiety, emotional neediness, or insecurity. When behavior changes, whether more or less, they're calling you. And finally, the seventh sign, perhaps the most unexpected, changes in the meow. It's not about meowing more. It's not about meowing loudly. It's about meowing differently. Cats have dozens of types of meows. When they change the tone, speed, pitch, or start making shorter repeated sounds, they're usually trying to communicate discomfort. A hoarser meow can indicate pain. A more insistent meow can indicate discomfort. And an almost silent meow, where they move their mouth but make little sound, can indicate tiredness, weakness, or even fever. In the end, the secret is simple. Cats never shout their problems, they whisper. And when you learn to hear those whispers, you become not just a better owner, but someone capable of preventing suffering, improving your cat's health early on, and building an even deeper bond. Because believe me, your cat may seem independent, but they rely on you to understand these signs. And now that you know these 7 silent cries for help, the final question is, which of them have you already seen in your cat without realizing what it meant? Because maybe they've been talking to you for far longer than you thought.